Okay, we're live. Welcome everybody back to Sacred Sundays. I am Steve from Energy Healing with Steve, and this is Kat from Well Earth Holistics. Hello, Brittany. Thanks for joining. Toronto Soul Collective, thanks for joining.
I think I joined. That's me.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Trying to join under Well Earth Holistic. I'll be okay.
Hello, Brody. Thanks for joining. Okay.
Now I can't find it. Where is the live? There it is.
Okay.
Okay, so Mercury's in retrograde. We'll start off with that.
Oh, it's got to be like really bad this past week. I got to tell
Lord.
Brittany, the event was good today.
It was great. We had a great event today.
Okay.
Really great crowd.
I just have to double check. I can't see my YouTube on here, but I might be able to see it on the computer. So just bear with me. I can feel my voice is again getting a little raspy here.
You did some talking today.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks for your patience, everyone, while we navigate the complexities of technology in Mercury retrograde.
Yeah. Do you want to go through the disclaimer, Kat?
Yeah, sure. So, for those of you who are new and have not joined us before, and for those of you who are not new, Steve and I are going to do a tarot read for the collective for the coming week. And we just like to preface our reads by saying our reads are for entertainment purposes only. Our intention is not to replace the sage advice of a lawyer, a doctor, or a financial expert. So we don't answer questions on those three things, but we give a general read for the collective and then best advice for general questions or questions about love, career, those types of things we'll do. But yeah, so we hope you enjoy. We're usually on for an hour. We hope you enjoy. We certainly enjoy doing this. So
let's get started. All right. And I have to apologize, everybody, for the angle. I'm using my iPad, the horizontal thing. So it really looks kind of funny. Hello, Candy Bites or Candy Bites. Thanks for joining.
Candy Bite Sweets.
All right. Do you want me to go first or do you want to go first, Kat?
Yeah, so did you get a chance to pull your cards?
I did.
You did.
I honestly, I walked in the door not like just 10 minutes ago. I am like...
And first thing you did was grab your deck and go, oh my God.
I did. Low Lighthouse.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. You start, I'll follow.
All right. Okay, so this week is actually kind of interesting. So the first card that I got is the Queen of Pentacles. So let me hold this up here. The Queen of Pentacles, she's somebody who's typically regal. They're materialistic, so they do have a lot of wealth. And they've earned that wealth through career, work, finance. It could be through inheritance as well. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who's very grounded because the Pentacles itself is an earth sign. So they're very, very grounded. And she's also practical and she can be generous because she does have a lot of money. Now, the next card I've got in this deck, so let me just mention the deck for a second. It's the Angel Wisdom Tarot. It's an interesting deck. I actually just watched his live, so the actual author. And so the card that I'm about to show you guys is he renames these cards because he wants them more in a positive light. Okay? So the card that I'm pulling, or that pulled, is called Release. And in the normal tarot deck, it's called Death.
It's called Death. You cut out there. Did you say Death?
Yes, Death. Yeah. So, yeah, let me know if my sound is okay. So it's called Death. And, with the Death card, what you're doing is basically you're closing out a chapter and you're starting a new one. And in order to do that, something needs to fall away, something needs to drop away. Okay. And that's why it's called Death. And then typically it's called Rebirth. Okay. So something new is beginning. And then lastly, I've got the King of Swords. Okay. So the King of Swords is about intellect. It's about written and spoken word. It is about truth. And, the king, especially the king, there is an element of justice in it, right? So you've got the sword. So there is an element of justice. So when I look at all three cards together this week, guys, I feel like there's an awakening happening. Okay, let me explain to you why. Because we're starting off with materialism, right? We're looking at the queen. This is about our 3D matrix. It's about the resources. It's about, everything we own, what we have. And then we've got the release card. So something is going to be let go. We need to drop something out of our lives, right? And then right after that, we've got the justice. Well, there's justice element to the King of Swords. And this is someone who's more practical. They're more, there's someone who's impartial and not necessarily affixed to the materialism. Okay. So I feel like some of us this week, we're going to go through a transition. So a little bit of an awakening where, you know what, this materialistic life that we've been living maybe needs to fall off, and we need to start off with some kind of a new programming, if you wish to call it that. So, Kat, what did you think of these cards?
Yeah, that's an interesting take on those cards. You could also interpret the Queen, because the Queen of Pentacles is a master manifester.
Yes.
She can manifest things. She's excellent at it, very effective. And sometimes when you manifest something, something else needs to die. It's called if you ever read Bob Proctor, he talks about the vacuum law of prosperity. Nature hates a vacuum. So if you've got something, and let's say I want a crystal. Let's say I want to hold a crystal. I want to hold a different type of crystal. I'm never going to be able to hold a crystal in this hand until I get rid of this one, right? Because it creates a vacuum that now needs to be filled. So sometimes when you manifest something new, it requires space that something is already exists is taking up, and it needs to be released and let go. So that could be another interpretation. And the King of Swords is, like you say, he's very impartial. He's very, very good at strategy and communication and, negotiating and those types of things. So there, depending on what's being manifested and what's dying, there may be a need for some strategic, 5D chess game or something that's going on, right? So there could be a lot at play here for some of you this week. The two senior court cards with sandwiching major arcana, to me, court cards bookending a major arcana is always a really interesting read. So
I agree. So I just want to welcome Silvit. Oh, I can't pronounce that. I'm going to call you Silvish. And Psychic Steph Speaks. Welcome.
Nice. Welcome. Okay. So my card's quite different. I've got an interesting pull here. The cards are telling me, I'll tell you what the cards say and then I'll show them to you. The cards are telling me that some of you this week, so that's the other thing too. If you're new to the read, this is for the coming week. We do just sort of a collective read for whoever's on the live or whoever's listening to this recording later. This read is for you for the coming week. And so I didn't get any major arcana, but I do get, it does appear as though the advice for some of you is that you can be successful in your projects this week, both both from a work effort standpoint and a financial standpoint. But you've got to get out of your head. You've got to don't overthink things. Don't procrastinate. Have courage to make decisions. Because if you don't do that, you're going to derail all your progress. So I pulled the Two of Wands.
Wow. Okay.
Very effective. This is where you had a project that's just in its nascent stages. It's full of potential and it bodes well for success. And then the Two of Pentacles, again, effective balancing of finances and resources to help that project get off the ground. But we've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. A reverse knight is like a false start. He's doubting himself, second guessing himself. He's in his head too much, and he runs the risk of derailing all of the potential that these two cards hold. So the advice I'm taking from this poll this week is go with the flow, stay the course, be brave, make decisions, do not hesitate, because things bode well for your projects. Steve, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you on the project part for sure. So when I look at the Two of Wands, that is about project. That is about creativity. It's some kind of a passion that you have. Okay. And then right after you got the Two of Pentacles, to me indicating, you know what? Be careful on your workload. So you're really, really excited about this new project, but you might be overdoing it on the workload, and you're going to need to find balance, right? Because we all know when something is new and we're really excited, sometimes we take on more than we can chew. Okay. So that's where that Two of Pentacles is coming in. And then lastly, that Knight of Wands in reverse. So we know knights are all about action. Okay. So they're on a mission, they're about doing something. But when it's in reverse, that action is halted, it's stopped. So what it's telling me is what you're doing, you're overloading yourself with work and you can't find that balance. And the project is not, it's in a holding phase. And because you're juggling too much. There's too many projects and they're not getting done. So that's why it's on hold for me. Anyway, that's what I interpret it. So, be careful. Don't bite more than you can chew.
I like seeing two twos come up.
Yeah.
I like whenever you see repeating cards, it almost means like there's a bit of a message there. So the two of any suit means balance and dualism. Like you can't have up without down. You can't have good without bad, good without evil, right? Light without dark. So I think it's interesting that they both came up in the poll for this week and both upright too. It's only the Knight that was reversed.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So it looks like it's a good week for sometimes renewals and also new beginnings, right? Because I have the Death card and you had two twos. So there is some new beginnings happening this week for everybody. Just be careful you're not overdoing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sage advice always. Oh, Britt has a question.
Yes. So I guess we'll move on to the live audience member portion. And we will start with Brittany, which we know your cat knows your statistics there, Brittany. So we will start there. Hello, Helen. Thanks for joining. We're just doing the live portion for the audience members right now. So if you would like a read, let us know. Kat and I will pull one card each.
And if anyone is on who we haven't read before, just put in the comments if your age is over or under 30. I just need to know where you are in relation to 30. I need to know your gender and I need to know your astrological sign. So if you aren't already on my list, if I haven't read you before and you'd like a reading, just those pieces of information for me, because I use signifier cards when I pull. So I know Brittany is a Page of Cups. She's a Cancer under 30 female. So, and Britt's question, did I make the right choice cutting a person out of my life? So this is a yes or no. So let's see what the cards say. Interesting. Got your card, Steve?
I do. You go ahead, Kat.
I would say yes. It was a good decision. The Queen of Swords. She's got her sword there, ready to cut a cord. So the Queen of Swords is somebody who doesn't mince words. She doesn't suffer fools. So I think the Queen of Swords is the vote of confidence that yes, you made the right decision. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah, it's interesting. I've got the Five of Cups. Five of Cups really, in general, it talks about focusing on more of the negative things. But within that, it's also saying that, you know what, look for the blessings in the hidden messages. So, Brittany, by cutting somebody off, there's a little bit of a negative, connotation there. But is it for the good? More than likely, it's for the good.
And don't forget, like we just said before the right person can come in to your life, you have to out with the old, right? You have to make space for them.
Yeah.
So I'd say you're on the right track, young lady.
Okay. So let's see. Is there any
Quite on Instagram today. Okay.
Yeah, even on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Brittany.
You're welcome.
All right. Candy Bites, Lighthouse, do you guys want a reading? Let us know. Oops. Okay, we'll just give it a couple of minutes. Yeah, it is very quiet.
How's Luna doing over there? She's moving around.
Yeah, she's unsettled right now. We just got home. Okay, Candy Bite said yes. We just got home, so she's like walking around, wandering around, and
oh, sweetheart.
I gotta give her a haircut because she's dying.
Yeah, she must be. It's going to be another hot week, so
yeah.
Well, thank you for that. Candy Bite Sweets, just a general question, I'm assuming. Let's see what the cards say. This is my Queen of Swords.
I'll just give just a quick second to see if she has a specific question. All right. Okay, I'm going to pull the card. Okay, what do we got here? Oh. Okay, so I've got the Ten of Pentacles.
Nice. Upright?
Yes.
Nice.
So, Candy, I'm going to say you could be going through some very good financial moments at the, right now. That's typically what it talks about, but it can also talk about inheritance, right? So hopefully no one in your family is, passing away. I hope it's more along the, the hard work aspect, and you've gotten, your money for that. You've gotten your reward for that. Mm-hmm.
So I've got the Five of Wands, which is a card about competition, which is interesting that this would come up when you pulled the Ten of Pentacles. So I don't know, Candy Bite, is there a little bit of competition going on in the family, jockeying for a position or somebody's favor? Maybe is there it could be interpersonal, but this is this is wands. So I'm thinking it's more about sort of efforts and projects. And
from what I remember from Candy is that I think she owned a bakery or some kind of a sweet shop, and I can't remember if she was selling it or closing it or something to that effect.
Okay.
So I'm wondering, if you're selling it, if that's where the money's going to come from. I don't know, Candy, let us know if this makes sense. Because it is quite interesting. And maybe no, she said, not that I know of. Okay.
Okay.
But it's interesting. Yeah, just keep an eye out for that. Because I wasn't, even when I pulled this card for some reason, I wasn't resonating with it.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it's just. It's
Could have another meaning. My card definitely, there's no other way to interpret mine. It's
Yeah.
about clash of ambitions, but just wondering if with the pentacles, because sometimes there's a couple of different ways to interpret a card depending on how it's aspected. I mean, it's upright, it's a good card. Does talk about a family dynasty, just the pinnacle of success, a good reputation in the family, good pedigree, strong patriarch, family alliances, working towards having family connections will yield some benefit for you. Could be that as well.
Or it could be even just, Candy, it's what you're doing right now has brought enough money for you to actually keep you comfortable. So that's kind of what it's referring to. And maybe along the way you had some battles with that Five of Wands, right? There could have been a little bit of conflict along the way. But either, she did mention, I did recently lose an aunt. Sorry to hear that. Okay. Yeah, so keep an eye out for that Ten of Pentacles. Maybe something is going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Off to the Instagram side. Hello, Haley. Thanks for joining. She says, "Hey, happy Sunday, happy Sunday, Lily. Thanks for joining. We're off. We're doing the live audience member reading, so let us know if you would like one as well."
Yeah, I wonder too if that 5 could also be internal conflict, right? Like just sort of competing ideas.
Yes, if it was reversed.
You think so? Just if it's reversed?
Yeah. All right, so we have 2 ready to go for readings. So
Haley is always down. So Lily said, "Me please first." So Lily without the B, just Lily, right?
this one's just Lily.
Queen of Swords again. All right. So what do the cards have to say for Lily?
And Candy Bite, you're welcome.
You're welcome, Candy Bite. All right. Let's see what we got.
Okay, Lily, no swords.
Yeah, Lily's the one that doesn't want swords. Hilarious.
Okay, what did you get, Kat?
I'm still looking.
Okay.
And where is she at? Where's my Queen of Swords? Coming up soon. I just had her out. Where's she gone? There she is. Oh, I got another 5. I got a 5 of Swords for you, Lily. Are you feeling a little bit like the world's against you right now and you've got to kind of be a little sneaky, get ahead?
All right.
What have you got, Steve?
I've got the King of Pentacles.
Okay.
So interesting. Lily, what I'm going to say about that is based on the 2 cards. Something is telling me this is work related. So Pentacles is obviously we know it's about career, finances, work, job, whatever you want to call it. And the King of Pentacles could be your boss, or it could be a person around you in your work environment that has the personality of being a leader at work. You know, there's someone they're accomplished because they've got to that level. They're to the level of a king, so they're accomplished at work. They're very successful at what they do. And then you've got the Five of Swords indicating to me, you know what? There might be a little bit of a clash going on there with this person. Maybe you don't see eye to eye on this person. Um, Let us know if that makes sense. What do you think, Kat?
Yeah, that's a good interpretation. Actually, it does strike me as a little bit of a revolt against somebody with that's holding all the resources, that's holding the finances and control of the money, and feeling like you've got to fly under the radar with this person, or kind of be a little creative around him or her. Could be a her.
Yep.
I don't know. How's that resonating, Lily? Does that sound like, oh, no swords, not again? Right? It was a sword. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. Pentacles. Cups. Well, you got a pentacle. You're 1 for 2. But yeah, it looks like swords again. And a 5. Sorry.
But you know, we will say this, Lily. She said, "I'll be careful this week." Okay,
Yeah.
good. So remember, the 5 is something within your control.
Hmm.
It's a minor arcana card. Okay,
Mhm.
so if you feel the tension building, and you feel like there's going to be a little bit of a spat going on, you know what? Get out of the environment. Go to the bathroom, cool off.
Yeah.
Let the other person cool off, and come back, because the king is a natural born leader. So that's someone you want on your side.
Mhm.
All right. So let us know how this week goes next week. All right. Haley, do you have Haley's info? I think you do.
Did we read for Haley last week?
Yes.
Okay, then I've got a Haley, Queen of Swords. So that's an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or the other air sign.
Oh, I'm horrible with that.
Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I think she's one of those. She's over 30 and female. So I'm going to call her my Queen of Swords again. So that's the second Queen of Swords. Libra over 30. Yep, that's
Yeah.
Thanks, Haley. All right. General question for Haley.
You're welcome, Lily.
You're welcome. Okay. Queen of Swords is busy tonight. I am also a Queen of Swords, but I identify more with the High Priestess.
Okay. Interesting card for Haley.
Okay.
Hello, Ange. Thanks for joining. Can't wait to see you on Wednesday.
You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go ahead.
So looks to me like Haley is considering, this is the 8 of Cups. Haley is maybe considering walking away from something that she's cultivated and nurtured for a while, and this probably wasn't an easy decision, but it looks like you're considering it. Whether or not you do it, this isn't a major arcana, so it's still there's a possibility of another path. What'd you get, Steve?
It's interesting. So before I hold it up, Haley, look at her card. You can see the person's walking away, right? Look at my card. The person's running away.
Oh.
So
Run, don't walk.
Yeah, I've got the 7 of Swords, and generally the 7 of Swords is about you're getting away with something, or stealing something. But in a read like this, you interpret both of the cards, and it really is telling me that, Haley, you're trying to get away from something. You have both of these cards that are they're screaming at that. Does that resonate? Does that make sense with you? Let us know.
Something you're wondering if you should move away from, or if you've had anything at all like that, then maybe that's your sign that it might be time to move on.
Just like, I'm
running away.
I hope you got some good running shoes.
Do it.
All right. So yeah, Haley, it's basically saying do it.
Wanting to anyway. Yeah, the cards seem to be saying, okay, maybe you should do it. Maybe it's not that easy. That might be maybe why you're hesitating, but it might not mean you have to pick up roots and actually move, but the eight of so the cups is about relationships and emotions. So emotionally, you are ready to move away is how I would interpret the eight of cups in this context. And Steve's card is just, yeah, you're ready. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Angela, I don't think you have her information, Kat.
I don't have an Angela. No.
Okay, so Angela, the way Kat pulls her card, she wants to know if you're under or over 30. So you know Ange, you met her at Rose's.
Oh yes.
Yes,
Yes. Nice.
you're welcome, Haley. So and your astrological sign, Angela, over 30, and
Okay, so she's a queen. We know she's a queen.
she says hi, Kat.
Hi, Ange. Nice to EC you.
Oh, I got two cards that just came screaming out for Angela.
Scorpio. Okay, so she's a queen of cups. You're the queen of cups, Ange. Let's see what my cards say for you. Steve's got his already. It sounds like.
Quite interesting.
You got two cards, you said.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, hang on here. I'm just gonna do a little. Let's see what Queen of Cups is here. There, wow, she came right up. Awesome. Okay. Ooh, so I have the Nine of Cups in reverse. What have you got?
I've got two knights.
Mm.
So I've got the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the Knight of Wands, Angela, is typically about. It's super action oriented. They're the fastest knight in the deck. This is the one that goes into the burning building and saves somebody without thinking about the consequences. Okay, so what this card is really trying to tell you is, if you're planning on doing something this week, still go ahead and do it, but don't overlook the potential consequences. Take a breath before you jump into something. And then I've got the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is a little bit more of a slower moving knight.
Yep.
This one here is this is your knight in shining armor, basically. Okay. Mm-hmm. So this is somebody that could be a little bit of a trickster too sometimes, right? So they could be flirting with you and pretending they want a relationship, but meanwhile they just want you in bed type of thing, right? So there could be like something fishy going on this week with the Knight of Cups energy. Now, sorry, Kat, what did you pull again?
Mine's the reverse Nine of Cups.
Okay, so what I'm seeing, Ange, I think this week, emotionally, with your married husband, yeah, that's damn right. Emotionally, I feel like it could be a little bit of an up and down week this week, based on the Nine of Cups in reverse and the and the Knight of Cups as well. So I think the overall message: don't rush into anything emotionally, because you've got two emotional cards and one that really represents a lot of speed. So don't make any kind of urgent commitments or any kind of emotional decisions. Okay, don't do them in haste, is what it's saying. Take your time and think about something, not just emotion. So I don't know if that resonates at all, but let's see, because we'll be talking, so we'll see how your week goes and how it resonates. But if it's already resonating with you, let us know.
again, we're seeing a repeat. So I had 2 2s. Now we're seeing 2 knights.
Yeah.
Interesting seeing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you're welcome, Edge.
And sometimes too, when we pull court cards, I don't know if this applies in Angie's case, but sometimes the court cards can represent people in your life.
Yeah.
Like somebody was reading me and pulled 2 knights, I would instantly think it was my boys, my 2 boys.
Yeah.
Right. There's something there, that something going on with the 2 of them, and that's what I would think first off. But
Yeah.
it really depends a lot on the context. It's hard when you're just pulling 2 or 3 cards, right?
It is, because especially if you have a more specific question, you
Mhm.
know how to direct the energy of the cards and the meaning of them. When it's just general, we're kind of we're giving you the meaning, but it's also taking a stab in the dark.
Yeah, totally.
So Angela's saying was an emotional week this week, so could linger into this week. Are my thoughts based on the read? It could be. It could be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did get a lot of cups, so like the nine cups. You got 9 cups and a knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some emotion for sure.
Yeah. You're welcome, Angela. Okay. Let's see if there's anyone else. I think that might be it, Kat. Might be good because it's my throat arrest. And yeah.
We don't like to cancel these lives, even if we're busy. We're like, or we're, at a show in Kitchener today. We're like, are you good to go on to yep, I'm good to go on. It doesn't matter how much we did at the show. We must do our sacred Sundays. They're sacred after all.
There you go. Okay, so I think there's, honestly, there was a lot of traffic on the road tonight, even at like 8:30.
Yes.
People are at cottages, they're coming home, they're doing all kinds of stuff. So I guess we'll end it a little bit early. Well, we're not that early. We're almost at an hour.
We're pretty good. We're just 45 minutes in.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we will do that. So again, I will say thank you to everybody for joining. We love doing the reads. Spread this out to friends and family, and hopefully we can get them on and do reads for them as well. Mm-hmm. And yes, again, we will see you next week, and I will turn it over to Kat to close.
Yeah. So like Steve said, tell your friends, share the lives with everybody. And we're watching our audience grow, and we're really excited by that. We love to do it. And we love that you join us every week. It means a lot to us. So have a great week. Just a quick recap of what the advice is, I forget what you pulled. Oh, you pulled
the death card was in the middle.
Pentacles and the King of Swords sandwiching death. So could be manifesting, could be just something changing and something new coming in, and maybe it feels a bit painful, or maybe it's change coming anyway. And my cards were all about, you can have success this week if you just get out of your own way, basically. So hopefully that works. We'd love to hear how your weeks go. So let us know, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.